There are a bunch of pests that can also be a problem during the holiday season because everybody is maybe doing a little bit more cooking, a little bit more baking than they would do normally. So there are a bunch of pests that can potentially be a problem during this time. And once again, we're kind of leaning on the stored product pests. So this is going to be things like drugstore beetles, Indian meal moths, merchant grain beetles. There's a whole suite of these stored product pests that can really be a problem in terms of ruining your Christmas cookie baking season. So they're usually harmless, but really what we're concerned about in terms of stored product pests is that they can introduce things like fungus and bacteria that can spoil your food. So that can be a real problem, and nobody really wants that on Christmas morning, right? How do these things get in? Well, normally they have a tendency to hitchhike. So it might be on the grocery bags that you brought in from the grocery. Maybe you set them down on the ground and then you brought them inside unintentionally. Or they could even just have come in at the store too. So that's really the first place that you want to look for these kinds of things, making sure that when you're at the store, checking those packages, making sure that they look a-okay, that there's no obvious holes or anything like that. That can be a sign of infestation already in that product. So you can immediately stop it at the store before it even gets into your home. So the other thing that you want to look out for too is making sure that you are storing those products in Tupperware when you get it back to your house. Like we said with the stored decorations, these barriers can be a great stopping point for pests before they even become a problem. So you really want to make sure that you're storing your food properly to prevent any sort of access points for these pests. Now, you also want to make sure that you're sifting through your goods on a regular basis at home. I'm guilty of this. I have a tendency to throw things in the back of our pantry and then I totally forget about them until right now when I'm starting to cook things for Christmas. Really making sure that you're making a regular cleaning schedule, making sure that all of your goods still look in tip-top shape, but even if they aren't, really trying to implement a kind of first in, first out rule. And if anything is past the expiration date, you might as well just go ahead and throw it out too.